Hey everyone, it's Rambling Hour with Lisa, season 21, episode 10, coming to you from the living room, but I'm sitting on the floor because I thought the stereo would be a good. I'm wearing a pink shirt. I dreamt about pink last night, and then I thought maybe like a bit of a theme would be music. So I have my headphones here, which I wear like almost all the time. Got the stereo here, which is actually pretty loud if I connect my Bluetooth to it, and yeah, wearing my pink shirt from the Pink concert in like what is that, like 2014 in Saskatchewan? I can't remember. It was what tour is this again? Pink. Can't remember what the tour was. Oh, sorry, my microphone. I can't remember what the tour was called, but she got sick during the tour, so some of her shows had to be postponed. So mine was one of the ones that got postponed till later. But this is the shirt I bought at the concert, and yeah, she was in my dream last night. She was playing in Edmonton or somewhere, and I saw her, and then it was after the show because I don't remember why. I was working at the studio at the venue and everything, and I was just there afterwards while they were doing stuff, and then I just said, okay, well, yeah, we'll see you later, see you on the socials. And she was like, well, how do you know if it's the real one or not? And I'm like, I don't know, I just assume it will be, or I don't know. So anyways, dreams are weird. I'm just turning on my iPad to see if my sound is working, especially seeing I was holding my microphone down by the floor. Easy peasy. So what's new with you guys? How have you been? What's up in the last week? The internet is not working on my iPad. Let me put on my goggles. Internet has been restored. Oh, that's a cute picture. Lisa, you're not on here to look at stuff. Okay. I want ice cream. Sorry. Oh, that's another cute picture. I just need to like. All right. Okay. Sound. Those are messages coming through because my sound's on here. Pa-ting, pa-ting, pa-ting. Where am I? Lisa. Live. Hey, Lisa's live. Yep. That sound. Mute. Those are messages coming live. Hey, Lisa's live. Yep, that's mute. Oh, what's this hair doing here? I just saw it on there. Yeah, as you can see, I was 15 minutes late, only because I wanted to shower and do my hair. My hair has been up in a bun thing for days. So, of course, my hair will look wonderful when we're done and it's dry. But right now it's in a half bun so that this dries. And, because with all the weight on it, this would just be more flat. But if I put it half up first, then this has time to dry. And the lighter the curls, the bouncier they get. So they'll bounce up. And then I take this down and let it dry on top of that, and they can bounce up. In the meantime, there's just some stuff going on here. So bear with. Okay, so it is the 12th of April. I can't believe how much time has gone by. We know that we're coming up to the 1-year anniversary of my brother's passing, which is a very hard day for me. But let's get to some good stuff. Oh, did I show you guys him last week? He's staring right at me because he's hanging on the slide. I can't remember if I showed you guys or not. Maybe I did and told you not to tell Steve, but I hung him off of my light that I use at the table over there. Did I show you? Because I love Aldi, the Aldi store. And this is a little, I can't remember what they called them, munchies or something, maniacs. And the only one that had the Aldi thing on it was this one, and he was out of his box. So let me do a nice, yeah, so he's my maniac. I don't care to collect those things, but I like Aldi stuff. I've got Aldi sneakers. I have Aldi, I did tell you guys this last week, right? Aldi Christmas jumper and Aldi bag, like beach bag, and he can hang off the beach bag. Anyways, let's hang him right here. This is a huge aloe vera that I got from Jackie. It's got its big stem that curves around here. I am going to cut it off right there and put it, and I can make a bunch from that. I better be careful because, anyways, there's lots of babies in here too, and I have babies out in the greenhouse. but the TV's right here, so above the stereo. So I'm sitting under the TV right now. So guys, I told you guys last week when I was on my live that, you know, there's no excuse to not work out. I mean, listen, there's excuses every day. Every day I could have an excuse of why not to work out. We already know that I have arthritis in my knees. I have, what's it called? Housemaid's knee. And I mean, probably for carpenters, they call it carpenter's knee, and all these issues that I could use as excuses to not do my workouts. But I do the jumping jacks, like I do this part of the jumping jack, and I just kind of, march on the spot so that I'm not doing high impact. Cause if I do a jumping jack and when you land, that's high impact and then it hit on my knees, and that will make my arthritis flare up. So right now I'm just modifying some of the workouts to my level, with the yoga and the shred, like even doing push-ups, I'm on my knees to do push-ups. However, saying that, I have knee pads, but which I thought about putting on, but my yoga mat that I use is just right here. I'm going to see if I can get one that's thicker, but doesn't move on the floor. But I mean, most of them are just this thin. It's fine for doing most things, but not when I have to do push-ups on my knees. Anything on my knees, so I've been putting a pillow under my knees while I do my push-ups. But my point was that I'm modifying the push-up, because push-ups and sit-ups, come on, those are like the hardest things to do no matter what, until, you know what I mean? So, but while I do the push-ups, I'm doing them on my knees until I have enough strength to do them on my feet. But it's all about modification and making it something that you can do. Today is going to be day 8 for me working out. And like, that's how quickly things can change. I'm so proud of myself. The yoga is only like 20, 25 minutes a day. And then I've told you guys before, I still do Jillian Michaels' 30-day shred. It's from like 2008 or something, but I love it. It's less than 30 minutes. It's the warm up, and then you have 3 6-minute intervals, level 1, level 2, level 3. Wait, no. So sorry. Okay. There's 3 different levels that you can do, but right now I'm on level 1. I'm doing level 1 for 10 days. So on level 1, and then you have 3 6-minute segments where, sorry, I was reading a comment thing on top that came up. So 3 6-minute segments. Each segment is 3 minutes of cardio, 2 minutes of strength, 1 minute of abs. And then you're on to your next 6 minutes. But even when I'm doing like the 3 minutes of cardio, you do nothing more than 45 seconds. So 45 seconds of one thing, then you switch to something else. 45 seconds of the first thing, and then to the second thing. And then, so it's like before you know it, it's done and you're on to the next thing. So then 3 6-minute intervals, and then your cool down. So like 18 minutes. That's the actual more difficult part. And the other thing with that is, like I said, even a jumping jack or a push-up or whatever it is, you just, like a squat, you only go to what's comfortable for you, because you don't want to do it too much, because then you'll end up injuring yourself and you won't be able to work out tomorrow. But like I said, I've done 7 days already, and today will be day 8. So, you know that once I'm committed to something, I will stick to this. Last year, before we went to Ireland in, August, I did 50 days in a row. So now I'm back on it. I would love to get to what were we at? Like between 300 and 500. I think I was at like 500 days in a row, and Steve was at 600 days in a row, because he was 100 days ahead of me, a few years ago when we were working out. So I would love to get back to that. That's my goal. And that means that when we go to Canada, I'm going to have to be doing my workouts there as well. Also, and maybe it won't be the shred necessarily that I do every day while I'm in Canada, but I'll do my 20 to 30 minutes of exercise to close my ring on my, what do you call this thing? Apple Watch. And, but I'm still going to be doing my exercise so that I don't miss a day of doing it. And then even if it's going for walks in the River Valley or whatever. So also saying that my dates for Alberta are set. We're going from May 19th to June 11th, but it's just me, Steve, and our son, Tom. So most of the house will still be here to take care of the animals, the dogs, my garden, and everything else. But that's exciting news. I'm moving over because, you know that I like things to look nice, and I know that there's another cord back there because this is where the TV is and everything, but I don't like that cord there. And that cord is it's actually for the frame, the Frameo frame up there. But I also have this bag that I could hide. Anyways, I don't need to hide anything. It doesn't have to be perfect every time. Yeah, so why I have this bag here is because this is like my grimoire and stuff, and I thought that we might want to do a card pull this week, but I didn't think we'd want to use the Stara cards, so I thought about using a different one. And I still have stuff in this box, and actually some of the cards that are in this box are ones from Witch Casket. So I thought that yeah, I guess they are Oracle. So we have I'll put on my glasses to read. Let me dry off my spectacles because every time I put them on my head, they get wet from my hair. So we have Witch Casket exclusive Calming card deck, the Loving Oracle, Intuitive Insights Oracle, Higher Self card deck. So I brought these out. I have these in here because these are things that I want to be working with. Herbology. Just threw that away. Herbology Oracle. And no, that's it. That's all. And then the stones that I have in here are some raw stones that I want to work with to get to know, because I don't really work with gemstones and stuff either. Oh, this is a Spellcraft Grimoire cards. Oh, those are cute. Those are little cards from Witch Casket. It says Witch Casket on the back. I love all their stuff. So, but there's Lapis Lazuli. I put them in pouches so that I have the name of what they are with them until I know them. This is Yellow Adventurine. And this is Red Jasper. These are all raw, so that means that they're not polished. They're just in the way that you would get them out of the ground. My hair is hanging off of this. Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah, so they're just like raw. And so speaking of which, I'm just going to jump over there to where I sit normally and show you guys. I know I'm such a sucker for stuff, but I don't know if you remember, a few weeks ago we did a card pull, and one of the cards was Peach. Yep, it was Peach. I can't remember what it was. Peach something. So I bought a chunk of raw peach. I got it from RHwL. I tried to look up something from Amazon that would be quick that I could get delivered, but that was also somewhere that they got their stones and stuff ethically sourced, because that's important. And that one seemed to be, I'm just going to lick this because you should always taste your stones. I'm just kidding. I'm just showing you what it would look like if it was polished. So I don't think it's Peach Adventurine, but it was in one of the Oracle decks that we used a couple weeks ago. And I said that I didn't have any to work with, so I don't know. But because it came up in the reading, I thought I would get some to work with it. So that is what that is. And tastes like nothing. And probably don't do that, especially if you just got it, because you don't know where it's been, who's handled it, what you're licking. So I totally suggest not licking your stones. But which ones do we want to do? I think that we should do the Intuitive Insights Oracle. So we could do a card pull with this, and we're going to do the same way that I do my card pulls normally, with the past, present, and future. These are some of the nicest cards. Even the box, these Higher Self card deck, like, they're just so pretty. So we could do those two if you guys want. If anybody's on, you guys can comment if you want to talk about something else, if you want to do something else. I just can't believe how pretty this is. Sorry, just let me answer Thomas. About that, guys. Tom was just asking if he could reset the Wi-Fi, and I told him it's fine, because I know that my phone it might glitch, but it might be connected to, Steve has his Wi-Fi from work here, but also it might just connect to 4G or whatever, because I'm on my phone. So bear with if I freeze or anything. So let's do a card pull with the Intuitive Insights Oracle by Witch Casket. I am thinking about a table or something for you guys to be able to see the cards. I could turn you all the way to the floor, but I don't think Steve would be happy with that because our floors haven't been redone. These are very hard cards to shuffle. How can I? Because they're shaped like a casket. I'll show you guys what those are. Yeah, okay, that worked. I got it. We can do this. So we'll do the past, present, future because you guys love that. I know you love that. I need to. What do you use as a table? No, nothing. Okay, anyways, I'll just show you guys. Okay, so should we just take from the top? I've shuffled them twice. I've never used them before. So let's go with the past, present, and future. So if you've never seen me do a card pull before, we're just doing a simple 3-card spread. The first card is your past. The second card is your present. And the third card is your future based on whatever question you are asking. And if you continue on the path that you are on, because nothing is set in stone, so your future can change. So think about what you want answered. We're using an Intuitive Insights Oracle, so this can give you intuitive, using your intuition and being connected to the universe. Insight, giving you insight to whatever you want to know. And an oracle is just, I'm not actually oracle. I guess it's like they call me the oracle. My family does because I know where everything is. It's like kind of a know-it-all, I guess, oracle. But I don't know what the actual definition of it is. Oh, shoot, I froze somewhere. If I'm not frozen right now, bear with me. If I am frozen. Guys, I don't know where it left off now. Am I frozen right now? On my iPad, I'm frozen, but that might just be because it's connected to the internet, where this isn't frozen because it's not connected to the internet. Right now, and let me know if you guys. I told him it would be fine if he reset it, but I guess maybe it wasn't. I need someone to confirm that. I know it says slow connection. I need someone to confirm that you guys are hearing me because I can't check. Okay, sorry, I just put it on 4G. Can you guys hear me now? My iPad's still catching up, but I'm hoping you guys can hear me. I am going to just continue like everything is great and that you guys can hear me and that everything is fine. So again, we're doing a 3-card spread, past, present, future. I'm taking them off the top. I haven't done anything, although if you guys, no, I won't shuffle again because I honestly haven't done anything to them. So I don't want to switch to cards. I want it to be whatever it was before we had all this internet glitchiness. I don't know if he's reset it or not, but let's just pretend everything's grand. Okay, so the first card is, and I've never used these, so I don't even know what the cards will say or anything. And there's moisture on my glasses. Temptation. Okay. I was telling you guys before I pulled it, but I've already pulled the past card. To think about something that you want answered or what you want insights onto. So our first card is temptation. That's our past. So think about something, whatever we're talking about or thinking about, which I didn't even think what I need an answer for today in my life. But maybe like for me, maybe it's probably about my working out and being healthy because that's the kick I'm on at this moment. But so temptation. That's just my iPad saying something went wrong, but we seem to still be good, right? So I mostly had my iPad for the sound anyways. Our present is lesson. So past is temptation, present is lesson, and future, if we continue on the route that we're on, is endurance. Now, see, this is good for me. My question, if I have to do with my fitness and being healthy and everything else, then this makes sense. Everything is a temptation. a temptation to eat what I want, to be lazy, you're just tempted to do whatever. But my lesson is that, the lesson is, structure and what's the word I'm looking for? The thing that we have a hard time with, when you make yourself do things. What is that called when you have to force yourself to do stuff? Self-motivation. I mean, motivation. No, not motivation. What am I trying to think about? Kick your ass, get out of bed, do that stuff. Yeah. So that, my lesson that it's up to me. I got to do it. It's me who's going to make the difference in my life. And then endurance. I just got to keep with it and keep going. So hopefully you find something in these cards for whatever your question was. And let's do another card reading with another deck. Let's do the Higher Self card deck because I'm drawn to it really because it's so beautiful and soft like leather. And just let me read the back of it first and then we'll do a 3-card spread. I know that you guys, let me show you guys how my iPad's frozen right now. That's funny. Okay. All right, let's do it says, a magical deck of insight, advice, and wisdom to help you to connect to your higher self. Pull a card for a quick insight slash advice. These cards can also be used in oracle spreads and alongside other oracle or tarot pulls for additional advice clarity. So if you can either think of the thing that you were thinking about for the last deck, or you can think about something new that you want answers to. That's why they were saying use it with other decks for more clarity. If you need more clarity, I'm trying to shuffle while I'm talking to you guys, just trying to shove them in like this. And the thing that they do, what some people do is they have they just pull one card a day, and it's their card that they, it's kind of like a horoscope. If you read your horoscopes can you see that horoscopes in the newspaper or whatever, kind of like, what do you need to know today? I have this calendar that's in the office, and each day that I flip it, like you flip the calendar every day, and each day that you flip it, it's a new, it's got a little quote on the bottom of a picture, and I read those quotes because you'll find that sometimes you'll find sayings or things that are relevant to your life right then. And it's no different with the things that, like you'll see like things on TV or on a billboard or on a calendar or wherever. So these cards are kind of the same thing. So some people will take a card a day. And this is a little card stand that I got. You can put your crystals there. So like, let's put our peach, peach, whatever it is. Cause I can't remember what it is. Peach there. That's a big one though, but sometimes you got little ones. And then you would put your card for the day. You could just have it stuck there, especially if it's a positive thing, because then you can see it for the rest of the day. So let's do, let's rest that on my knee. And we'll use our present card as the one I stick in there, but we'll do the past and future as well. So we're going to do a 3-card spread again. Stick these in here and see what we come up with. So like I said, think about something that you want more clarity to, some answers about what's going on in your life right now that you're unsure about or whatever. I'm going to stick to, I'm going to go with just some clarity of some stuff in life right now. Like we're going to Canada and I'm trying to get the garden in order, and just my life seems to be getting on track and I'm happy where we are right now, but I just want to see what advice this gives me for just like life being on track and stuff like that. That's what I'm thinking about. So you think about what you're thinking about. I'm going to go off the top again. So this is our past, and it says values. So nothing that is meant for you will require you to compromise your values or integrity. Nothing. So that's our past. Our present, and I'm going to stick it in the card holder, is courage. So this is right now. You have the power to shape your own life, have courage, and make the necessary changes. And that is what I'm doing. And so that's telling me I'm on the right path, that I'm doing what I should be doing. And our future, if we stay on this path, is Manifestation. So set your goals, visualize the results, then work hard to meet them halfway. So yes, you can manifest things from the universe, but that doesn't mean you don't work. It means that the universe will work with you to make those things come to you, but you need to do the work as well. All right, so we did 2 card pulls. That was fun. I'll take pictures of those as well. And what else is there to tell you guys about? I worked up in the loft today. Sorry, just saw some aphids on a plant. I worked up in the loft today just trying to organize up there. I brought the bins down to put the Easter stuff away, which is another reason that I'm sitting here to do the live, is because I didn't, I'm just going to have some water. I didn't, it's a bit chaos here because all the Easter stuff is over there in the dining room to put away. So that's what I'm going to be doing after my live with you guys here. I'm going to put away the Easter stuff. I'm going to do my workout first and then put away the Easter stuff. It's the weekend, so I do yoga 5 days a week, Monday to Friday, and then my shred I'll do 7 days a week. I could do a different yoga, and I have thought about that, but that's if I have myself to get, like, again, no excuses. I could do 20 minutes of yoga. That doesn't, and the yoga is very good too. It's very, it is for like peace of mind and like relaxing and all that too. But because it's stretches, but it's, do you know words? Like, I learn so much stuff. This is what I tell Steve. So I will learn a lot of stuff, but to regurgitate it, it goes in there and then sometimes it gets lost, and other times it's like I know things, but to regurgitate it, it's just very difficult for me to, you know. And so what I'm saying is it stretches, but it's when you hold the stretch. So if I'm putting my arms up as far as I can, stretching, but I'm not just like a little stretch like that, I'm holding it for however long, 10, 15 seconds. It's working muscles like even, I don't know, but like different stretches. So holding your muscles in a certain position for longer is strengthening your muscles. So that's how yoga works. And it is a workout in itself. But I have my shred, and then I will put away Easter and spring decor so that it's tidier in here for the week to come. What else? Grocery shopping, painting, and babysitting this week like normal. It's okay, the 12, 13, 14. Hang on, there's something. It's April. So what? There's something. So Steve, there was a football game on today. He didn't go to it. There's a football game next Saturday. But why am I thinking there's something on Wednesday, I think, after art class? I can't remember. Anyways, yeah. So I can't think of anything else this week, just a normal week. But like I said, now that I'm actually keeping track of my food and working out, I can still eat what I want. I just am watching my portions. So not eating as much as I would have before. Like, actually, I just had pasta and sauce with mushrooms this week for like 3 days in a row, but you just don't eat as much. I mean, you eat enough. You're not starving yourself, but most of us eat more than we need for, I just want to see if it says 28 minutes. Is that what it says up here? 29 minutes, because that one froze. Was it only frozen for a minute? I don't know how this works. So we're halfway done. We've done card pulls, and I left the cards all over the floor here like a mess. We will do our question after. I don't know what else you guys want to talk about. Nobody seems to be on live right now, or if they are, they're not interacting, which is fine. But what else have I wanted to talk to you guys about? I need to write some letters, so I might do that today too. But, you know, I've been going to bed earlier too, and leaving Steve down here and just going to bed earlier. And I've been sleeping better because, one, I've been going to bed earlier, and two, I go to sleep, and if he, like, I miss him, obviously, I like sleeping in the same room as him, but if he's not watching TV and stuff, then I can, it's dark and quiet in the room and I don't have to wear my mask, and it just feels better to fall asleep like that. So I've been going to sleep earlier, and the plan is like to get up earlier, and it's been working out well so far. Was in the garden for 3 of the days this week, which is awesome because the garden needs it in the greenhouse and I need it with the sun shining. And even yesterday it wasn't as warm out. It got a bit cooler now, like it's supposed to be 4 overnight tonight. But I was in the greenhouse yesterday, so I was still working even when it would rain and everything else. It was really nice to get outdoors and get connected with nature again. So I'm trying, like I said, with the card pulls and everything else to balance. I put away hang on, I need to take pictures of the cards. So balancing everything in life, but I also want everything to be ready for when we go to Canada. So yeah, but yeah, it's nice to be outside again. Besides focusing on working out, yeah, I'm just trying to, like I said, I'm doing a little bit of everything in life, like baking. I made those. Hey, when, I don't remember what we talked about last week, but I made like black bean brownies. I tried 2 different recipes, and then I made like these yogurt bagels. I think we did talk about this. So I made the yogurt bagels again, not yogurt. Cottage cheese bagels, but you don't taste the cottage cheese in them. So I made the cottage cheese bagels. I sent the recipe to my auntie Diane too. So if and when she watches this, she can tell me if she's tried it or not yet. I do prefer them with white flour. They're fluffier and nicer, but that's not as healthy. So I've been making them with wholemeal flour, and actually Steve's been eating them like having a chicken bagel for breakfast, like having the bagel, but making it into a sandwich with chicken breasts and stuff on it, lettuce and tomato. But and then what was the third thing I made? Oh, that cloud bread that didn't turn out. Okay, so yes, but my point is that I've been in the kitchen doing stuff, and been in the garden, do a bit of art each week, cleaning all the time, just moving around. So life is not a circle, it's a spiral, right? As we get older, but we also keep going in these spirals, like around the house, which rooms need to be clean, around our life, family, friends, finances, fitness, food, faith, all those good things just keep going around and up the spiral. So I'm spiraling, but in the right direction, and I'm doing good. And then also, so like, because I'm going to be going to Canada, I will have guests, I'll have guests on my lives when we're in Canada for sure, if I don't have any before then. Witch Casket ships on the 14th, and it takes about 2 days to get here, so that'll be about the 16th or 17th that'll be here, which is Thursday or Friday. So I'll probably save my witch casket for you guys for next. So 7 plus 2 is 19th. So next Sunday I will have a witch casket, but maybe I'll save it to open with you guys if you enjoy that or not. It's exciting for me anyways, whether I'm with you guys or not, but I think it might be exciting for you too, just to see what I don't know. Tell me if you guys even enjoy that or not, but what else is coming up? I need to start taking the dog for a walk because she pulls right now because she hasn't been getting walked as much. See, Tom takes her every day out to play at the park and stuff, but she runs there. But I mean, like on a lead. So because she's not, done every day. So I need to do that so she doesn't pull and retrain her again. It only takes a few days, but I need to do that for Steve to be able to take her so she's not pulling when he's walking her to hurt his back because, he has bad back. So that I need to do. Try some recipes in the kitchen. I don't know. I just love how everything's like getting better and better. Like I used to have like so many spices and stuff like that, but the more we use, the less we have. Like I'm reducing it and making it easier. Same with teas. The teas, they were getting less of those, just like less of everything. And I don't know, I'm just like I told you guys this before, compacting, getting rid of stuff, like reducing and then like making things more functional and just more organized in each room. And I love the way it is. In the kitchen, I've like, because I took all the Easter and spring stuff down, but then I hung some of the spice racks up on the wall again and took some of the jars off the counter. So I want the counter clean because I was tired of wiping the counter because it gets crummy from our kids and everything. And when I wipe it down for it to look nice, all the jars of stuff that were on the back of the counter, like you're always like, you don't want to lift them every time, but you can see that there's crumbs there, but you want it to look nice. So I've like moved those and just making things simple. And yes, I love it. I love how every part of my life is going. I was going to do my live from the greenhouse today because even though it's dark out right now, I have a light in there anyways, and plus my ring light. But maybe next Sunday we'll do it from the greenhouse because it is nice and tidy. It hasn't been more organized or tidy as it is right now. And that makes me happy too that it's organized because the more because I know I've had it for a couple of years now, but the more time I spend in there, the more I can get it to a functioning place where I know how I want it. So now it feels really good. And yeah, so I can have you guys in there anytime. And once it stays lighter out, even for these lives, like at this time of night, then we can even be out in the garden. What is coming up in life? Just the Canada trip. So now that I know that when our dates are, because our flights are actually booked, I can do a little countdown calendar for that. And I'm looking forward to that, but I'm also looking forward to it being the only trip. So, because I really like traveling during the spring and summer is like the worst time for a gardener. So there is a bit of frustration that it's 3 weeks right in spring, but I'm going to make the best of it, enjoy it because I get to see my family and everything else. And I want to write down my dreams, but like Steve said that too. I said that to him today because like how I dreamt about pink last night. And I'm like, oh, sometimes I think I want to write down my dreams, but then I think like it'll be a lot to write it down. And then after a couple of days, I forget the dreams, like what happened and everything. So then he said, you already write down enough stuff, as if you have, enough time or room to write down all your dreams. And I'm like, I know. And I haven't even been like really journaling, like my deep thoughts and stuff like that. That could take all day just doing that. But I do want to write down, I think I just like keywords from my dreams, who I dreamt about and what, like, so like yesterday's dream, I won't write down everything that happened, but I might write down, musical artist Pink, Edmonton, concert venue, and that I said, and then like I told you guys that I said, see you on the socials. And I mean, that is what I think is relevant from that. And I don't know what it means when you dream of people. And I don't know if people want to know that you dreamt about them, especially when it's like out of the blue. I saw somebody's post a couple days ago, and I think that's why they popped into my dream because I saw their picture a couple days ago. And then, but somebody else who was in my dream last night was so random and completely like it was somebody from like primary school, like elementary. And I don't know why they were in my dream. And then it's like, do I tell them that they were in my dream, or is that like bizarre because I don't really talk to them? They are on my Facebook, but I don't really talk to them. So it's weird to just be like, hey, dreamt about you last night. And then they'll be like, oh, really? What happened? And it's like, nothing really. You were just there. So actually, it was somebody that I went to school with named Danny Pereira. And it was him and I don't even know if he's married. I know his brother Nelson is married and they have kids. And I think Danny has kids. So maybe I'm going to assume he's married. But it was like in my dream, it was the two boys. They had wives and their kids, and their dad was sitting in the middle. They were all on a couch and they were sitting there and we were just visiting. And I don't know why they were at my place. Again, it was like a different timeline in life or whatever. It wasn't this life with this house and everything else, but I was living in Canada, I think, and they were at my place there. And I don't know why their whole family was at my place visiting, but random, right? Because I don't know their dad either. Although I've known, like, I think Danny was like in my grade 3 class, grade 3 or 4 is, I think, when I don't know if he first came to the school, but maybe that was the first time he was at the school. I'm not sure because I was there since kindergarten, but I don't remember him before that. So, Random, totally random. I have no idea what that means, why they popped into my dream or what, but yeah, so weird. I know Nelson married a girl that I went to high school with. I think her name's, no, not Christine. What is her name? It's just not coming to me. She's on my Facebook as well, but which is cool. It's always neat when like you see people get together that like went to school together or whatever. You're like, what? That person and that person's together. That's kind of neat when it works out like that. Or people that got together that you didn't even know they knew each other. Yeah, bizarre. So I know I just checked the time, but I don't remember what it said. Oh, 40 minutes. So we have 20 minutes. Should we do our question yet? It's question, oh, I think it's question 6. I just checked that before we started, and I'm pretty sure it was question 5 we did last week. I'm looking at a bright light, so now my eyes are like, yeah. Okay, yeah, question 6. Should we do it now? All right, this is Loving My Life. This is my death plans and, well, end of life plans and death plans and all that stuff. So if you want to get yourself a book, if you want to write it on a piece of paper right now or whatever, then just, these are questions that I will ask. We're on question 6. We've done 1 to 5 already. We have like 33, I think, that we've gotten up to, but we'll start with more. Oh, only 30 in this book, but we'll do more after that as well. But these are some important questions and we'll come up with more. If you want a list of all the questions, let me know. But our question for this week it's important to know, like, no one else is going to know what you want for your end of life or your funeral or your remains and all that kind of stuff. So that's why it's important for us to make these things known. I'm planning on living till I'm like 80 or 100, especially if I'm healthy. So these aren't going to be relevant necessarily right away, but at the same time, we don't know when we're going to go. So need to think about these things now, right? Like plan for, what is that saying? Hang on. I don't remember. Is it plan like you're going to die tomorrow, live like you're going to, no, live forever. Oh, shoot. I know this saying. I use it often and it's just totally, my brain is not working. I think when I washed my hair, it must have washed like my brain out. Is it plan? Act, plan like you're going to live forever, live like you're going to die tomorrow. No. Yeah, something like that. Plan like you're going to live forever, live like you're going to die tomorrow. Something like that. I like the saying. It's just not coming to me right now what it is actually. So question 6. How much artificial intervention would you like to try and save your life? Would you like nature to take its course? Would you like to be on life support indefinitely? Would you like them to... What? What did I write? Would you like them to... I don't know if that's supposed to say stay or... I wrote T-A-Y, so I don't know if that's stay, lay. But if there isn't a high percentage of... Okay, support... Would you like them to... Guys, do I have... Oh, I do. Hang on. I think in the back... Yeah, these are the actual questions, but written out by on the computer. So, question number 6. How much artificial intervention would you like to try and save your life? Would you like nature to take its course? Would you like to be on life support indefinitely? Would you like them to try, but if there isn't a high percentage of having a good quality of life, then pull the plug? So would you want them to try and save your life? Would you want an NDA, which is... Oh, not an NDA, DNR, do not resuscitate. So what did I say that word was supposed to be? Oh, try. Oh, I see. The R looks like an A. Okay. Yeah. So the question is, how much artificial intervention would you like to try and save your life? Some people are okay with them doing whatever they can to try and save your life. Other people want things to work out naturally the way that God intended, or or a balance in between, like do what you can to try and save a life, but if you're going to have to be connected to artificial life, for indefinitely, then just pull the plug, because that's not how you'd want to live. For everybody, it's different. And that's why it's important for us to write these things down, because if something happened to you, no one is going to know what you would want in that situation. So if we talk about these things now, if we have them written down, if we do this work now, God forbid anything happens to any of us, but all of us are on different journeys. So something's going to happen to different ones of us. And our loved ones, most of the time, if they really love you, they want what you want for you, and they want to carry out what you would want for yourself. So that's where you need to decide what is best for you, and then talk to your loved ones. What do they want in that case as well? And I can really, because we're not doing anything else, I can give you guys questions 1 to 5 again really quickly. But I'm just going to read the questions really quickly. I'm not going to go into extra detail. But like I said, if you want a copy of all the questions, then let me know. How many do I have on here? Because I only have 30 in my... Oh, yeah, here I have up to 33. Yeah, 33. Okay, question 1. What would you like done with your body after death? Example, cremated, buried, donated to science, tree pod burial, etc. Question 2. Would you like to donate any parts of your body? If so, which parts? Question 3. Who would you like as your executor, trustee, power of attorney? Those are 3 different things. And please make sure to confirm with them that they would be comfortable in this position. Also think of alternatives in case your first choice is unable to perform their duties. Question 4. What type of funeral would you like? Example, religious-based, traditional, people wearing black, celebration of life, people wearing bright colors, or none? Question 5. What would your obituary say? If you died yesterday, would you be proud of your life? What do you feel are your accomplishments, your legacy? And then we just had question 6. So that's where we're up to. We'll do question 7 next week. And I told you guys I was going to write my obituary. If I died yesterday, what would my obituary say? Am I proud of my legacy? I'm pretty proud of what I've done and everything. And it's interesting that when you die in your life and what people know about you. I did a lot of volunteering in my life before I started working for paid jobs and before I had kids. And it's like, so there's like the bucket list of like 100 things that you want to do before you die. But I also, like, years ago, I wrote this list of like kind of like 100 things I've already done. And it is really cool to see your accomplishments. So how about you guys? That'll be homework for this week. Is you can do both or one or whatever. Like, you can start a bucket list. You don't have to do 100 things, but just start a piece of paper, says bucket list, write a couple things on there, maybe up to 5 that you want to do before you die, and then have another piece of paper and call it your, I don't know. So the bucket list is because you're going to kick the bucket. What would your accomplishment list be already? Whatever. Just write accomplishment list and then write like 1 to 5 things that you feel you've already accomplished. And it can be like even being a parent, because although it's not hard to get, well, for some people it is hard to get pregnant, but I'm just saying in general, like, there's people who can get pregnant without even trying much, and just birthing a baby or being the DNA that contributed to a baby does not make you a parent. But I could put parenting on my accomplishment list because I feel like I have been a parent. I was there for my kids the whole time, and that is a good accomplishment for me. So things like that. And so you can think about 1 to 5 accomplishments that you've had. So that gives you guys some homework, and me. I'll start on mine as well, at least 5 things on each list, and we can go over that next week too. Alrighty. So, like I said, I'm going to be, you know what the funny thing is about sitting down and doing my lives is that it's like one of the only times I let myself like sit down. Although in the evenings I do tend to sit over at my table there and watch TV with Steve, but I'm always doing something else, like doing stuff on my phone or writing in my journal or writing letters. Like I'm always like multitasking, but, my live, and then I get so antsy because I start thinking about the things that I want to get done. But yeah, this is like one of the only times that I actually let myself sit down. But, but yeah, so I'm going to get going and work on, well, do my workout for the day and then put away the Easter and spring decor. And once everything's tidy and clean, I can put the summer stuff out, even though it's not summer yet. And I don't have very much summer decor, so it'll just be a nice touch of stuff, and I won't have to worry about any of that until I bring the autumn decor out in late summer. Okay, so let's see. I think hopefully we're at 50 minutes. That's close enough to an hour, right? Sorry I was late again today, and my hair isn't even dry. By the time I go to bed, my hair is going to look gorgeous. I can take this half down now. Oh, my iPad's frozen again. Hopefully I'm not frozen for you guys. Oh no, it's going again. Yeah, see, this is all wet still. And even though I'm wearing my pink shirt, oh, Auntie Diane, I think if Auntie Diane's watching, look, Auntie, I'm wearing my pink shirt from the concert. I bought Auntie Diane a shirt from that concert as well. So, yeah, even though I'm sitting in front of the stereo, I thought about putting on the stereo, but there is the radio, and I don't think there's any CDs out here, but I usually use Bluetooth, but I'm using my phone, so it wouldn't, and then even if I put it loud to show you guys, it doesn't really work that way because it depends how much your volume is up. And also, this is a noise canceling microphone. So if I put that too loud, it would probably cancel it out anyway. So, but trust me, it's pretty good. But the problem is that I loved where I lived in Canada because my neighbors were far enough away that I could listen to loud music. Here though, with the apartments behind us, because it's an apartment building and our building, our house, the sound just echoes, like bounces off of the buildings in between. So, and then family in the house and stuff. I don't tend to listen to loud music here like I did before I moved here. But that's why I always have my headphones on, which I will be doing as soon as we are done here. Is there anything else that I'm forgetting to tell you guys? Hey, these look, I mean, they are blue, but I always think they're black. But with the actual big lights on me right now, I can see how blue they actually are. So what music are you listening to lately? Anything good? Anything that you've just discovered? Anything that, you want to tell me about any songs that when you hear them, or songs or bands or singers or anything that when you hear them remind you of me? And if you ask me the same question, I will tell you if there's any songs or music that remind me of you specifically, whomever you are that wants to know that. And yeah, otherwise suggest some songs to me to listen to in the next week. What am I going to suggest to you guys? Do you know what's an oldie but a goodie? It's called Children by Robert Miles, and it's like a, like electronic dance song. You guys will probably, as soon as you put it on, you'll know what song it is. You'll have heard it before, but it's from like the 90s, but I really love it. It's called Children by Robert Miles. And so that'll give you something. And then what other song have I just had like as an earworm lately? No, I don't know. But there was I haven't listened to Bastille in a while, so I should listen to Bastille again. And then there's somebody else that I was thinking like, oh, I wonder if they have anything new to listen to, but I can't remember who that is either. So, good story, Lisa, good story. All right. I love you guys, and I will see you guys next Sunday. What did I say? Probably from the greenhouse. And what else did I say we were doing next week? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to listen back to whatever I said today, and I'll make notes so that when I say we're doing it next week, then I'll know. I know like we did the bucket list and the accomplishment list. We talked about that. And question 7 for the end of life, greenhouse. Oh, witch casket, opening my newest witch casket. Yeah, I'll have to listen back to this and I'll make notes whilst I'm cleaning. All right. I love you guys, and do something for yourself this week. Go for a walk, get in nature, paint a picture, give a hug to your animal or your family. Just do something that makes your heart feel good. All right. Love you guys. Bye.